Hello everyone. I hope you all are doing really well with your preparations. And since you know you are preparing for the world's most competitive examination IIT JEE, all of your concepts should be concrete, strong. You cannot afford to have any of the concept weak. So today we will cover one of those concepts which is very confusing, which is always misleading to the students, and the concept is friction. So please understand a few points about friction. Whatever the topics we are covering today will be the friction. First of all, I will be explaining the friction concept. What is the actual concept behind this friction? We will relate it with the practical life. I will give you the practical implementations. I will give you the practical examples of the friction. And with that, you must know what is an angle of friction and an angle of repose. Students are generally confused between these two angles, but this video will give you the clarity about these two different angles and how they are practically found in our daily life and what are the practical implementations of these particular angles will be covered under this video. So I hope you will watch this video till the end, and if you have any doubt, you are free to ask. Okay, let us move. First of all, let us understand the concept of the friction. Now see this poor chap, trying to push a block, lying on the ground. And the guy is really upset about it. Why the hell is this block not moving? I'm pushing it with full of my energy. But this is not moving. Why is this not moving? The reason behind no movement of this block is not the less power of this guy. The reason behind not movement of this block is the forces of friction. So this particular picture must be making it clear to you that what is friction. The practically you are getting it. That sir, I'm pushing something, but it is not moving. This is friction. But let us understand it with respect to the concepts which will be asked in IIT JEE. So understand it, try to get it. On every block, or any body which is lying on the ground, say this block is lying on the ground, this block is lying on the ground. When you are trying to move it in any direction, see, please understand one thing before we enter into the concept. There will always be the two kind of forces. One will be the forces applied and second will be the reactive forces. One will be the action, another will be the reaction. Action reaction concept which you have been studying since your childhood. Same is the concept I am discussing here. Same is the concept. So let us consider what are the action forces first. Let us consider what are the action forces. Suppose this is a block. You are trying to move it in this direction, So the applied force will be in this direction. Say it is FA. FA is what? The applied force. It may be push, it may be pull, or it may be any other forces that we will cover in separate video. For that you have to see all the videos. Now, in this particular topic, we are considered the point of consideration is only the friction force. So whenever the applied force is acting in this direction, there will be a reactive force in the opposite direction, and this reactive force will be no other than the forces of friction. I will call it the FF. I will call it the FF. So suppose I'm holding this pen in my hand. Hey, hold your pen in your hand, everyone. Hold your pen in your hand. You must be having a pen. And if you are not having, what you are doing in a class without the pen? Hold your pen in your hand and just get amazed about it, that how it is staying in your hand, why it is not just falling down. It is not falling down because there is a friction acting between these fingertips and the plastic of this pen. So anything which is lying, which is resting, which is in the stationary position is lying on that surface only due to one single force, and that force is friction. So I guess enough of the discussion about it. You must be getting this concept clearly now. Let us move forward. The next concept, what does it says? Next is the angle of friction. Angle of friction. Arey bapre. What is this diagram here? What is this diagram? Just see this diagram and realize it. Get amazed again. The letters are dancing, sir. I cannot understand anything, sir. What is this done? So we will come back to this particular diagram. Before that, you see my diagram, which will make things very simpler for you and you will be a master of it. Let us go to, let us see it. Let us see it. Suppose this is another surface. This is a surface. Well, let us make this horizontal surface straight. I'll try to make it straight for you. Now, see this surface which is straight. On this straight surface is lying an object or a block again. An object or a block again. Please understand the concept carefully. I'm giving you the active forces or the action forces first. First we are considering the action forces and then we will consider the reaction forces. So understand what are the action forces here. The action forces are, one will be the applied force, okay, as we discussed, and one will be the force acting downward, and also I'll consider this force as well from the center. Okay, no issues about it, you must be clear. Okay, the force acting vertically downward, what do we call it? Tell me, what do we call it? We call it the weight or the mg. Now, just opposite to this mg is acting a force vertically upward, and I call it the normal force. I call it the normal force. Okay, let me draw it with another color to make it clear to you. You people are very smart students, I know. But see, these black, these forces marked in black are the action forces. And what are the reaction forces marked in the blue? Marked in the blue. Just to the opposite of this weight component is acting a reaction force named as the normal. This is the normal acting in the opposite direction of the vertically downward, that is a vertically upward direction. Now understand it, that to this applied force there is a reaction force as well, which is acting in the opposite direction. And what I call it the force of friction, that is ff. Now please understand one thing and see this red color now. Now, the red color says there is a resultant force acting. What does this red color says? The red color says there is a resultant force acting. Now, this resultant force is named as R. Please understand my first point. The first point says this resultant of what? This normal and this friction force. The resultant of the normal and the friction force will always be known as the contact force. The contact force. It will always be known as the contact force. Let me mark it with the FC. And I'm erasing this R. This will be FC. Okay, up clear up to here. Let us move now. Now please understand one thing. The angle which will be made between, see, there is an angle which is made with this normal. Say lambda. Is the angle. Okay. Now there is an angle which is made between this normal and this contact force. Angle between normal and the contact force. So angle between the normal and the contact force, we called it the lambda. Now, as per the books, this lambda is the friction angle or the angle of friction. Now, when I say as per the books, what is as per me? As per me is the definition and the concept completely. I never leave the things incomplete. Now, see it. Why I call it the angle of friction? Everyone knows it is an angle of friction, but why it is angle of friction? This is a point to be considered. Please understand it, that suppose I'm considering the top point of this arrow, the top point and the top point of this normal. I complete this line of the triangle. I complete this triangle. So when I complete this triangle, this particular line marked in green, will always give me the magnitude of FF. That is magnitude of frictional forces. It is giving me the magnitude of frictional forces. Now, please understand my point very carefully. Suppose I increase this magnitude. Suppose I increase this magnitude till here. I increase this magnitude till here. I increase this magnitude till here. When I increase this magnitude till this point, I'm drawing it here. You must not be saying it. Suppose I increase this magnitude to this point. Now when I make an angle from this point, this angle lambda is now this bigger angle. So it can be concluded, if I increase the magnitude of the frictional forces, the angle of friction will increase. If I decrease the magnitude of the frictional forces, the angle of friction will also decrease. So get this thing into your head clearly, that this will be the angle between the normal and the contact force. Some books or some teachers may tell you that this is angle between this point and this point, but never consider it like this. The right concept says it is the angle between the normal and the contact force. It has nothing to do with the friction force here. It has to do with the friction force on this point, because it is giving me the magnitude of the frictional forces. So I guess you must be clear with these 3 points. So once you have noted these 3 points, now let us see what books gives. Now see, this is my normal, this is my weight, this is my applied force, and this is my frictional force. And this alpha as per this diagram is my angle of friction. So it is the entire concept. You got the concept now. Once you got the concept, let us consider the derivation now. Okay, let us do one thing. We are covering the entire concept of friction here, entire concept of angle of friction. So what is the derivation? It is very simple derivation here. It has nothing big derivations here. It is very simple derivation. Please see the blue color. For the derivation. Okay, now what I can conclude, the tan lambda. What is this tan lambda? What is this tan lambda? This tan lambda is, what is this tan lambda? Tan lambda will always be the force of friction upon normal, the perpendicular upon the base. Then 10 is what? Perpendicular upon the base. Same I am saying, F upon normal. So the perpendicular upon the base. So what we got? Tan lambda is the perpendicular upon the base. Now tell me one thing, as per the previous lectures or the previous knowledge, you must be knowing one thing. What is that one thing? That this force of friction is what? Mu into N. Mu is what? Coefficient of friction. N is what? The normal to the weight. In the vertically upward direction, as we discussed. So what will be the mu? Mu will be F upon N. Consider it the equation 1. Now from this one, put the values in the 2. What I get? I get tan lambda is equal to mu. That is angle of friction is equal to the coefficient of friction. Angle of friction 10 component is equal to the coefficient of friction. So you must remember this particular result. It is very important. Okay, now you also got this entire concept. So let us move forward to the angle of repose. Let us move forward to the angle of repose. Okay, what is this angle of repose? As we always study, the concept first, and then the derivation. The concept, what does the concept says? See it. What does the concept says? Hey, have you do one thing to understand this angle of repose? Do one thing. Just go to your kitchen. Once. I'm waiting here. Go to your kitchen. And pick up a box of sugar. Any box in which the sugar is kept in your kitchen. Bring it. Once you bring it, do one thing. Pick a handful of the sugar. From that box and start pouring it down. On the table. What will happen? Nothing will happen. Your mama is going to slap you on your cheeks. Nothing else will happen. Hey, sir, what are you telling us? Beta, please understand. The concept behind it. whenever you will start pouring it down on the table, whenever you will start pouring it down on the table, there is something which will happen. What will happen? The sugar will start to accumulate. And how the sugar will accumulate? On the very first layer, the sugar will be like this, like some area, in some area it will be spread, and after this it will start to get accumulated like this, it will start to get accumulated like this, and a mountain type structure of the sugar will be formed. A mountain type structure, small mountain, little mountain, a structure will be formed. And you can see it very clearly. You can see it very clearly. See the red color now. See the red color now. You can see it very clearly that the last sugar particle is just resting on the top. I don't know how it is resting. It is trying to slide down. It is trying to slide down. But there is something which is holding it back. There is something which is holding it back. So, so, how is this happening? How is this happening? This is happening due to the angle of repose. This is happening due to the angle of repose. How? Angle of repose is that angle which will just allow the movement or just restrict the movement of any particular material resting on an inclined surface. Understand it very carefully now. Suppose I'll explain it on the next slide, or let us delete it. Okay, see what the book says about it. Book says that this is a horizontal surface, and say, let us draw it here. This is a horizontal surface. Now say it is inclined. Say it is inclined, okay? And it is inclined by angle theta. There is a box, or there is a block resting on this surface. Resting on this surface. Now this block must slide downward, but this is not sliding. But there will come a certain point when it will start to slide. It will start to slide. Now consider one thing. Just take your pen again, put a sugar particle on it. It may rest on it initially, but now start to make the surface inclined, and a point will come, the sugar particle will fall. It will fall. Now, the angle at which this particle just started to slide, just started to move down, just started to fall down is known as the angle of repose. Okay? Now, understand my point very carefully. Again, on this block is acting a force known as vertically downward force, which will be your mg. And as this angle is theta, there will be an angle theta acting here. And when I resolve the forces of the mg, or the weight, resolving of the forces must be clear to you, I guess. It must be clear to you. If not, watch the video of the resolvent of the forces. Okay, now the the force, or the component of the force which is just adjacent to the theta, is known as mg cos theta. And the force which is perpendicular to it is known as mg sine theta. Now, since you have seen the entire black color, since you have seen the entire black life, this poor world, this black world is so torturing for you, is always asking you to get an all India rank. Poor you. But see, this world is always making you remember that you are working for a purpose, and that purpose is an all India rank. Okay? Now let us come back to the concept. Understand that instead of this block, you are resting on this surface. Consider it like this. Your weight is moving in the downward direction, and this mg sine theta, what is it saying? It is saying come down. It is saying come down. It is saying come down. It is trying to pull it in the downward direction. But there is something which is saying no, please stay. No, please stay. No, please stay. So the force which is saying please stay is the force of friction. So the force which is not allowing the block to move down is the frictional force, and the force which is bringing the block down is the mg sine theta. So You can remember it like this, that your parents will always say that do study, do study, do study, but there is something inside you, there is something inside you, or inside your mobile maybe, or inside your mobile maybe, which is not allowing you to study. Hey, don't study, stick to me, stick to me, your mobile says, and your parent says stick to book, stick to book. But a point will come, you will also realize that I have to study. Similarly, a point will come when this mg sine theta will be greater, and it will pull the block downward. It will pull the block downward. So at an angle where it just starts to fall down is known as the angle of repose. Now the concept is absolutely clear to you. I will also draw this normal which is acting opposite to this mg cos theta. Now see one thing, n is equal to mg cos theta. Can I write it like this? Say it. Hey, say it. I can write it like this, beta. Now, what is this Ff? The force of friction. What is this Ff? It is equal to mg sine theta. It is equal to mg sine theta. Now, once it is mg sine theta, how can I get tan theta out of it? How can I get tan theta out of it when I divide this and when I use the division operation? How do I use it? I get it the mg sine theta upon mg cos theta is equal to ff upon n, ff upon n. You know it, right? So this sine theta upon cos theta will be tan theta. You must be knowing this at least here. This at least. You are preparing for IIT JEE, yaar. Come on. Now, this mg will be cancelled out. What will be this ff by n? It will be tan theta. It will be tan theta. Now, if you remember the previous slide, what did I tell you? What did I tell you? This ff by n is what? Mu. This ff by n is what? Mu. Again, the same thing has arrived. What I can say? Tan theta is also equal to mu. And tan theta is also equal to mu. Now the very important conclusion. Now that very important conclusion. I guess you must be very clear to it. Okay. Now, tan theta is equal to mu. Tan lambda is equal to mu. What is this theta? Theta is equal to angle of repose. What is this lambda? Angle of, write the lambda properly here. Angle of friction. So what I can conclude from here is the angle of friction is equal to angle of repose is equal to angle of friction is equal to the coefficient of frictional coefficient. Got the concept, got the derivation. It is halwa, it is very easy now, but earlier you were very confused. So thank you, thank me beta, thank me, and thank yourself. Thank yourself also. You had enough patience to hear it. Okay, so this is my conclusive statement for this video. This is my conclusive statement for this video, and a few more conclusive lines, that dear students, dear aspirants, dear friends, dear small brothers, dear big brothers, everyone, we can understand all the concepts like this. We can understand all the concepts like this, provided you have that patience, provided you have that patience, provided you have that maturity to understand, you have presence in the class with me. This is the must thing, you have presence in the class with me. So hope to see you in all the classes in the future which are coming to you, which will be delivered to you. Okay, so this is it for this video. God bless you all. Bye bye.